Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the New York Giants and the New York Jets. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff of what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Well, Charles, it's been a long time coming, but the Jets are back in the Super Bowl. Their first appearance in the big game since the stunning Super Bowl III upset way back in January of 1969.
Yeah, it has been a long time, but this team, this organization finally found the right formula and got them back, competing for a championship. A world title, as we like to say here in the United States. I don't think they'll make any guarantees on this one, but they will compete.
Meanwhile, what a turnaround for the Giants. They finished with losing seasons 8 of the last 9 years, including, you remember, 4-13 last year. But now here they are, champions of the NFC, looking for their 5th ever Super Bowl title.
And making it even more prestigious, they had not won a playoff game in a decade. In fact, their last playoff win was Super Bowl 46 back in 2012.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
Came into this season with his future as a starter for the Giants on the line. And it's safe to say that he not only tuned out all of the outside noise, he put plenty of those questions to rest by getting the Giants here tonight. If he continues to play like the Danny Dimes we saw this season, the Giants will have a shot at taking home the Lombardi Trophy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
Will be led out by a man who upset the AFC champs in his first career.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Throwing Jones. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They got to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive, this offense.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Giants are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Second down and a run by Robinson. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw, White. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On the return, it's James.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll run it again with Barkley. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. It is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Giants will add to their first quarter lead here in the Super Bowl.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
1 quarter done and 3 more to play. And we are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Tay Crowder. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. From the 44, Jones.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those with 3rd down coming up.
Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Jamie Gillen now on to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. White completes it to Davis.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
White looks to throw.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
White.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Now White. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
We saw that indeed, picking up the first. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
From the 44, White.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's White. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now, but some kind of score was desperately needed.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Giants ready to come out now. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
He's got Bellinger.
Touchdown!
Daniel Bellinger.
41 yards!
And the Giants continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Carter.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On 3rd down, here's Carter.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here's James returning.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So we've come upon halftime.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. But gutsy call there. Yanks at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Open man here is Conklin.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Right.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Robinson will try to pick it up.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. To throw on third down, Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay, 72 yards. And the Giants are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, here's White. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now White. A throw to the flat for Carter. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. James now to return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. 56 yards on the ground for him so far. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That's caught by Galladay. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Giants are starting to pour it on to the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Draw play, Carter.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the fourth quarter.
From the 30 on 2nd down, White. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Carter. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it. There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's White.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Kenny Galladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. White steps away to his left. Now White lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on second and long. White. And his throw here is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's Barkley on the counter.
73 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing, Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And the New York Football Giants are the toast of the National Football League. They are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.